We never saw these villains coming. Welcome to MsMojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 surprise Disney villains.
How many times do I have to tell you? It's all about presents!
Before we begin, we publish new content every day, so be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. For this list, we'll be going over the villains from Disney and Pixar films whose status as the villain came as a surprise to the audience. We won't be ranking them based on the surprise itself, but rather the quality of the villains. Also, because some of these are fairly recent films, there will be spoilers ahead.
Apologies, old friend.
Number 10. Henry J. Waternoose, Monsters, Inc.
An entire scare floor out of commission. What else can go wrong?
The kind, paternal CEO of the film's eponymous company, Henry J. Waternoose at first seems like anything but a villain. Rather, the movie's primary villain is the sneaky Randall, Sully and Mike's rival, who plans to use a device to extract screams, the monster's energy source, directly from kidnapped children.
I'll kidnap 1,000 children before I let this company die, and I'll silence anyone who gets in my way!
It's ultimately revealed that Waternoose is in on the scheme though, having been driven to desperation by the energy crisis. While his actions are definitely evil, his desire to provide energy for his people and jobs for his employees is an understandable one.
Sullivan! Sullivan! Give me the child! Give her to me!
Number 9. Evelyn Deavor, Incredibles 2.
You have the stage to yourself now, and people have to pay attention.
We were tempted to include Syndrome from the first Incredibles instead, but his identity is more of a revelation to the characters rather than the audience. Granted, with a name that sounds almost like Evil Endeavor, we all should have probably seen this coming.
The pizza guy is really a pizza guy, but it was controlled by the screens built into his glass.
You are good.
Evelyn and her brother Winston both lost their parents after their father's call to superheroes went unanswered, due to the government cracking down on supers.
Superheroes keep us weak. Are you gonna kill me?
Nah.
While Winston inherited his dad's love of heroes, Evelyn saw his reliance on them as the cause of his death, leading her to create a supervillain persona avatar to control supers remotely to tarnish their name.
You will never become legal. Ever.
Number 8. Charles F. Muntz, Up.
Adventure is out there!
The childhood hero of Carl Fredricksen, Charles F. Muntz is a famed explorer and adventurer. Carl retains his hero worship as an elderly man, and is thrilled to meet Muntz on his adventure to Paradise Falls. However, it's soon revealed that Muntz has been ostracized by society, due to scientists doubting the veracity of a bird skeleton he brought back.
But once I bring back this creature, my name will be cleared.
Determined to prove the bird, which has befriended Carl and company, is real, Muntz's obsessed paranoid personality is a dark mirror to Carl's, since both are haunted by the past. While Carl is able to let go, Muntz cannot, which leads to his undoing. Number 7. Takeha, also known as Fiti, Moana. Fiti is a benevolent life goddess whose life-giving heart was stolen by the demigod Maui. Fiti's heart is sought by many during the film, but it's eventually returned by Maui and Moana to Fiti's island, which is guarded by the fiery Takeha. Unable to locate Fiti on the island, Moana eventually realizes that Takeha is actually Fiti, made quite literally heartless. Takeha and Fiti's gorgeous designs and ties to the film's themes of compassion and identity make her a great and surprising antagonist. Number 6. Yokai, also known as Robert Callaghan, Big Hero 6.
We push the boundaries of robotics here.
Professor Robert Callaghan is introduced as a teacher at the San Francisco Institute of Technology and the mentor of the young protagonist hero, giving him helpful advice and warning him against those who would use his inventions for unsavory reasons, like Alistair Cray. Callaghan appears to die in a fire along with Hero's brother. Soon after, the masked villain Yokai appears, using Hero's invention for destruction and violence.
Why are they trying to kill us?
While they initially suspect Cray, Yokai is revealed to be Callaghan, whose desire for vengeance on the former is driven by the loss of his daughter, compromising his principles for the sake of revenge.
I want
my daughter back.
Number 5. Ernesto de la Cruz, Coco.
I have a great-great-grandson!
As we've seen already, it can be tough to meet your heroes. The apparent great-great-grandfather of the young hero Miguel, Ernesto de la Cruz is a famed guitarist, singer, and actor. Miguel makes it his mission to find his ancestor in the land of the dead, finding help from Ernesto's friend Hector. However, it comes to light that Ernesto actually stole Hector's songs and guitar to achieve fame and glory after murdering him.
Success doesn't come for free, Miguel. You have to be willing to do whatever it takes to seize your moment.
Ernesto is a villain who shows that while pursuing your dreams is admirable, it shouldn't come at the expense of your humanity.
Whatever it takes.
Number 4. King Candy, also known as Turbo, Wreck-It Ralph.
Hello, my loyal subjects!
Trusting those in power can be a tricky proposition. King Candy is the ruler of Sugar Rush, a sweets-themed racing arcade game. While he comes across as harsh in his treatment of Vanellope von Schweetz, his apparent desire to prevent her glitch from driving away players and leading to the end of his people's game cabinet seems justified. In truth, Candy is a usurper, having stolen Vanellope's place in the game and only wanting to prevent her from taking it back, should she enter a race.
Because of you, Ralph, I'm now the most powerful virus in the arcade!
Candy's true identity as the infamous rogue game character Turbo is nicely foreshadowed, and parallels Ralph's desire to find purpose and acceptance.
It's game over for both of you!
Number 3. Stinky Pete, Toy Story 2.
Why, the prodigal son has returned.
The Toy Story franchise has several great deceptive villains, and while it was tempting to choose Lotso Huggenbear instead, Stinky Pete had to be our pick. A toy from the same TV show as Woody, Stinky Pete is an apparently unopened prospector toy, whose wisdom and mentor-like attitude lead Woody to trust him. However, it's soon seen that Pete has actually been sabotaging Woody's attempts to return to Andy in the hopes that they'll become museum pieces.
Well, finally my waiting has paid off, and no hand-me-down cowboy doll is gonna mess it up for me now!
Having never been played with, and knowing what that rejection feels like, his draconian attempts to remain appreciated forever are logical, if a bit too much.
Your choice, Woody. You can go to Japan together or in pieces.
Number 2. Prince Hans, Frozen.
Can I say something crazy? Will you marry me?
Handsome is as handsome does. Prince Hans seems like the perfect Disney prince throughout most of the film, beloved by both the people and by the heroine Anna, though he has a few detractors. Hans only reveals his true colors towards the film's end though, as he unveils his plan to take over the kingdom while leaving Anna to die and setting out to kill her sister Elsa too.
Oh, Anna. If only there was someone out there who loved you.
Ambitious and highly manipulative, Hans is a deceptive and murderous villain whose plans are very nearly effective.
You won't get away with this.
Oh, I already have.
Before we get to our top pick, here are a few honorable mentions.
Mercenary. I prefer the term adventure capitalist.
Quiet! Shut him up! Before I knock you silly!
Mater, just cut to the chase. Okay, it's him.
What? Me? You got to be crazy.
Number 1. Dawn Bellwether, Zootopia.
Well, this is so exciting, actually. I mean, well, you know, I never get to do anything this important.
Talk about a wolf in sheep's clothing. The diligent and downtrodden assistant mayor of Zootopia, Bellwether is a seemingly meek sheep whose actual nature is quite sinister. When an outbreak of rabid predators is covered up by her boss, Bellwether takes the reins of the animal metropolis. Yet she eventually reveals that she is responsible for the crisis among the predators, having dosed them to create panic to take power and get revenge on predators, whom she views as walking all over prey animals.
They may be strong and loud, but prey outnumber predators 10 to 1.
While her personal experiences are somewhat relatable, Bellwether's actions are also an excellent allegory for race relations.
So that's it.
Prey fears Predator and you stay in power?
Yeah, pretty much.
It won't work!
Fear always works.
Do you agree with our picks? Check out these other great clips from MsMojo and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.